like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is the evening edition of Car Conversations on Jay Lee's Corner. Okay. I hope everybody's having a great hump day, or you've had a great hump day, because it's the end of the day. Okay, it's late at night. It's all dark or whatever. And y'all know what I say when I come do these late night car conversations. Okay, you will not see much of me. Okay, but you will hear me the whole time. That is the point of a conversation, is to hear a person. Okay, so I'm just trying to make the best time that I can make when I'm going back and forth and doing whatever. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a Jaybird. Jaybirds. Hello, Jaybirds. Hey, y'all. Hey. By the time this goes up, I might have hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm not sure. I'm at like 9,995. Like, the numbers have been growing or whatever. So I'm like, I might hit some. If I've hit it by the time I upload this, yay! I will have a whole other video up about that. Anyway, so I watched the Married at First Sight finale today. The little, special when they talk to each couple. It's 3 months after the show has ended and the camera stopped rolling and the therapy people is gone or whatever, and it's just the couples on their own. And I said, well, I went so far as to review, basically the whole season. I missed an episode or two here or there. I think I missed maybe 2 episodes because it was not a good season. And people who watched the show kept telling me that too, that this was one of the more boring seasons than before. So, but I know a new season, they said, starting in January. So I'll give it another shot to see if this was a one-off situation where it was just boring until and I didn't like it. But each couple came back to say where they are as far as their marriage is right now. And I'm not surprised about any of it. Okay, so first up was Tristan and Mia, who we know have been plagued with issues from the start. From Mia being arrested at the airport on their way to her honeymoon, to Tristan saying how he did not want a wife who was darker than him, to Tristan being a whole asshole, to Mia being very fucking timid and not enough for herself and telling Tristan to shut the hell up. Okay, we know all of that had happened with them too. So they kind of talked to them separately at first and then brought them back together. So Tristan was first. So Tristan said, after the camera stopped rolling, how like the following day, Mia moved out. Mia left. Okay, she left his ass again. And he said, so it was a whole like he say, she say situation or whatnot. And he said, so he was on his phone, like on social media or whatever, and he ran across, or he saw a picture of his ex-girlfriend on social media in some kind of way. He and Mia both were looking at the picture. I don't know if he said, hey babe, come look at my ex-girl, you know what I'm saying? Come look at this. I don't know if she walked past and saw it or whatever, but some kind of way he said they were both looking at the picture that he just happened to come upon of his ex. And he said, he kind of commented, isn't she pretty or whatever? And he said Mia didn't like that. Okay, they had a little bit of a conversation about that. And the following day, she left. Okay, now that was his version of what happened. Okay, now her version of what happened, because he didn't left and they bring her out on stage. She says, it was after the cameras and stuff stopped rolling. He was on social media looking at pictures of her. It was her scantily clad, like in like beachwear, like a two-piece or whatever, showing off her body, yada yada. And Mia said that Tristan kept talking about how good the girl looked. It is one thing if you and that's the thing about it. You have to know your spouse or know your mate. Like, some spouses and mates, look at bitches together. You know what I'm saying? Some people do that. Sometimes a man and a woman will look at a girl and say, what, babe, ain't she beautiful? Yes, baby, she is. She looks great. Her butt is cute. She has nice boobs. You know what I'm saying? Some women do that with their husbands or their other person. But Tristan, you don't know me like that. And she don't like that. So she said Tristan kept saying things about the girl's body, about how cute she looks, and all of those things. And she said she just kind of felt offended. Like, why are you, kind of speaking her up to me, like kind of amping her up to me, telling me how great she looks. Like, bitch, you don't have to, steal her to me. We ain't gonna do threesome. I ain't gonna do that. Like, what you doing? And I agree with Mia. You can't be in my face talking about your ex, and nigga, I've only known you for 3 months. Okay? You can't do that yet. We ain't got to that point yet. Okay? We not there yet at all. So she said because of how much he kept commenting about her body and oogling over her damn pictures and over her body, yada yada, that she felt disrespected. And so she felt like, you know what, I can't do this with him, because why would he just kind of disrespect me in that way? And so she did leave. Okay? So their stories kind of match, but he kind of left out how much he was talking about that ex-girlfriend. And so she then said she left, basically, like, I guess she probably went back to her place, and she said, like, either the following day or a couple days later, Tristan's mom called her. Tristan's mom called her and was saying, like, well, yeah, my son always have women who come up to him and let him know how cute he is or whatever. So you're gonna have to kind of get used to women, being around him or talking about him or whatever, or even how he likes to talk about how beautiful women are or whatever, and you have to kind of just adjust to that. Bitch, no, I don't. I ain't gotta do shit besides stay my color and pass away when God takes me home when I'm in my 90s, is what I would have said. But she said for her, she also felt like at that point, like, why did Tristan have his mama call me? Why didn't he call me? And she said because he had his mama call her, she said, you know what? I can't do this, okay? I can't do this. Help me. Help me. And she helped her damn self and filed for divorce. So when they brought Tristan out, they basically asked him, like, well, they asked them both, like, well, who initiated the divorce? Because they then said, we're divorced. So they said, oh, what are y'all, like, are y'all still married? Like, what's going on? When they both came back on stage, and they said, no, we're divorced. Not we getting divorced, we are divorced. But we kind of knew that because we heard about it beforehand. So, when Tristan then said, well, yeah, because I filed for divorce, and she said, Tristan, don't lie. No, you did. She said, I brought it up, I initiated it, and I filed first. And I said, well, girl, speak your, now she's speaking her damn mind, okay? She's like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say now. I wasn't going to say it then, but I'm saying it now. And they divorced. I think it's for the betterment of them two. They should not have been together. Tristan's attitude is fucked up. Mia is too timid. She got to grow some balls a little bit. I like how at the end of the thing, she brought up how if they had to do it all over again, even though Tristan said he would still marry her again, she said she would not. And she said for a good reason too, because she still has work that she needs to do on herself. And I said, right, because you too damn quiet, girl. You have to speak up for your damn self. And maybe she had to, get married at first sight, get them divorced at second sight to figure out that she need to grow some balls and just, stand up for herself. And, Tristan can go find somebody who want to be with his old big lip ass, that old childish ass bed. Oh, heifer ass man. He also brought up how, when people kept commenting about him, saying how he didn't want to date anybody who was darker than him, how he didn't mean like that, or he loved himself, he don't hate himself, he loved his family, whatever. But you said it though. And even if you have a skin tone, complexion, the way he said it was fucked up. I don't want to date nobody who darker than me. That ain't what I say. I say, you know what? I like me a good skin tone man. Because for me, the skin tones don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I mean, but he said it fucked up like. And that was the problem. So that's the whole thing with me and Tristan. They divorced. They ain't together. They can move on. She working on herself. And hopefully his monkey ass got a whole new bed. That's an adult bed. On to Dave and Amber. So Amber came out first. Yeah, Amber came out first. And she's a brunette. And she looks better as a brunette. She really does look better as a brunette. Her hair looks healthier. Okay, because before her hair looked dried and brittle, like people who, like them box blondes be looking. Her hair looked horrible before. It didn't look healthy. Okay, it was blonde, but it was dirty ass, dusty ass blonde to where like nobody wanted. And when she had her regular brunette hair color, her hair looked healthy and shiny. And she looked better for it, okay? She didn't look just weird with that dirty-ass blonde hair. So she bring up, once the cameras and the people left or whatever, they, you know, things got harder for them. How the fact that she dated the guy from the gym, one of his friends, how, you know, that was a bigger issue. And, you know, how it just wasn't easy for them once the cameras left. Okay, that was her part of it. When he come out, you know, he also said, like, yeah, it did get difficult when they left. I think the counselors was a cushion that, and once that was gone, you know, the shit got real. And so he says for him, they were arguing a little bit more. He said at one point they had got into an argument, and he said the following day I got up to go golfing. I came home and she had moved out. She was gone. He's like, with like no warning, no nothing. She was there when I left the house, and I came home and she had packed up all her shit and left. So, you know, he like, that was kind of crazy because I didn't know she was going to do that. So when she come back out, she said how, well, yeah, I did do that. And I think I did it because I was just frustrated. But once I left, I got some clarity. And once I got some clarity, I realized I did the wrong thing and I should not have moved out or whatever. And then she said, so I wanted to kind of fix things, you know, move back in the house or whatever, and have us work on things. And Dave said, bullshit, not in my goddamn house, not today. Okay, he said you can't move out on Saturday and want to move back in on Monday. That ain't how it works. And I said, that's true. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this shit works. You can't up and leave your husband and then expect him to be cool. You want to come back a day or two later. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit more than that. So he said, you know, so we made the decision that she was not going to move back in. He's like, so at this point in time, you know, they living separately. They then asked him, well, okay, since y'all living separately, like, what's the status of y'all, like, are y'all still married or whatever? And they said, well, yes, we are still married. And they said, oh, okay, well, they still married. They're just working on things. And then they asked her, like, you know, well, do you want to fight for your marriage, like, or do you want to get divorced? And she said, well, no, I feel like the marriage is worth fighting for. Like, I do want to try a little bit harder to see if we can make it work. And then Dave said, oh, that's really nice. However, I don't want that, okay? I want a divorce. And he said for him, ain't no reconciliation. You know, I don't think you know, it won't work. So we need to go ahead and let that go. We're going to cancel that on now. We're going to cancel this credit card. Okay, so he like, I'm out. I don't want no more. I don't want to do it. And I feel like he had every right to say that. This is the thing about Dave and Amber. Dave and Amber have been going through bullshit from the beginning. And I feel like we have to remember, they were on the show for 2 months. So it was 2 months on the show and then 3 months off the show. So that was a whole 5 months of trying to make shit work. Okay, 5 whole months of trying to make shit work. I feel like if you were in any relationship, if you just dating somebody and shit ain't working out at the 5 month mark, that's when you want to give up. You know what? We see it ain't working. It's consistently not working. No part of it really works except when we fucking. And that's it. All they had was great sex. Other than that, there was always kind of arguing about love stuff. They had good moments in between, yes. But for the most part, it was always some kind of issue between Dave and Amber. And I feel like you can treat the first 6 months of a relationship as a testing stage to see if it's worth to keep going. It wasn't as if they had been dating for 5 years and then had been married for 5 months, and the first 5 months the marriage was fucked up, but the first 6 years was great. At that point, you do try to work it out a little bit more. But they had only known each other 5 months. Let that shit go. Let it go. Let it go. I can't, whatever that damn thing, Frozen song is, let that shit go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So he had every right to do that. And what I did not like was Amber and the therapist or the counseling people kept trying to make it seem as if the only reason that Dave was having these, you know what I'm saying, could be, should be, I don't want to be with her ass, is because of the guy at the gym. Because the Black Pastor Man was like, was the Black Pastor Man? I don't know if it was Black Pastor Man, old white fish, or younger old white fish. Yes, younger old white fish, because one of them was older than the other, but I don't know what they were. So one of them said, like, why is, the guy who's your friend from the gym, like, why does whatever he told you, hold so much weight? Because he know him. He don't know her. And if for months, if for however long my friend been telling me about a horrible experience with some girl from the gym, and then lo and behold, just by luck, I fuck around and marry her on a blind date and some shit, you would think about, well, damn, he did say that when she washed the clothes, she put bleach in the black clothes, or when she cooked the food, she put dish soap in the water to cook the noodles. I don't want that. That ain't what I want. That ain't how I want my clothes clean. That ain't how I want my food cooked. He could have said when she sucked dick, she used her teeth. He may not want that. Okay, so whatever he went through with that girl, and, Dave knew, he ain't want that, and he trusted his friend. But not only that, he could have said, I don't want to do this from the moment he met that girl. He could have said, I don't want to try at the little at the 2-month mark. He said, let's try to see if it can work. He tried to make that shit work, and it didn't. He tried. So for me, I don't feel like Dave's reasoning had anything to do with his friend. I feel like he tried to make it work despite whatever his friend told him, and it just didn't. Amber was insecure. Amber, she's different, and he just ain't her one. And that's the thing about it. Let them be separate so she can find her one and he can find his one. So they ain't together. So the other people then said, well, because Amber said, I don't know, if we can do anything else or whatever. The counselor then said, Dave, would you be open to possibly getting some professional counseling or whatever for like 2 more months to try to see if y'all can make it work, because it may not be that big of a deal, whatever happened with her and the gym guy. And Dave said, nope, I'm good, love, enjoy. He like, I tried, and I'm also frustrated that y'all making it seem as if I didn't try at all. And I'm like, he right, because he tried for 5 fucking months. He didn't try for a week. He didn't try for the whole 2 months. He tried 3 months after. Okay? And he said, you know what? I'm not going to keep beating this dead horse with my penis. I'm done. I'm out. I got to go. And it really was that. And he wasn't like mean with it. He like neither one of them seemed like they were like mad at each other. It just did not work out. And she, of course, said she was hurt. And she felt like she failed because it didn't work out. Bitch, girl, look. There's so many people. You should fail at relationships. Every relationship ain't that one. So you have to fail until you find the right one. Don't be upset because you failing in the relationship that ain't gonna work. Like, don't do that, at all. But it was what it was. And then last but not least, Bobby and Danielle. Bobby and Danielle is the easiest I can do it all. We know both of them is still happily in love, in lust, okay, with them damn dogs and with ducks in the freezer or whatever. They still together. They still happy. She still wearing her ring. They both look happy as hell. She look happier now than she did before. Like, so I'm like, nah, she love him. He giving her real good raw penis, okay? She having raw sex with that man all the time, and she look happy. And he also looked happy. And they together. I don't think anyone, I would have been shocked shitless if they would have came back and would have been, separated. That would have shocked the shit out of me. Okay? She said how she's also happy. He said how he's also happy. They, even she said, like, I've tried to find my person and I never thought I would find my person. But I found my person thanks to y'all, because who would have known if I would have met him, even though we live, in the same state or area or city, whatever. I may not have met him if it was not for this show. And I found the person I'm supposed to be with. And I believe her. And I believe him too. I cracked jokes in the beginning when they were, you know, in the beginning. Now I'm like, they just so weirdly, awkwardly like a match. But it works. Okay, it works. They're happy. She looks great. He looks great. They having raw ass sex. And how do I know that? Because guess what? She's pregnant with a whole baby. Yes, Danielle is pregnant with Bobby's baby. And, you know, I'm like, girl, okay, with your bad self. And not only that, is she not only pregnant with his baby, they are going to be on a new series called, you know, Married at First Sight, Happily Ever After, with 2 other couples from the other seasons or whatever, who are also still married and pregnant, and currently pregnant. And that show I believe they said next week. So I guess I'll review that show too, depending on what day it come on, and if the first couple episodes is good. So, you know, that was the whole episode. I was able to cover the whole thing on my way home from work. So, yay! So, I hope you guys... I'm in a good mood. And I'm finna go get me an icy from Burger King. Because I'm in a good mood today. And I'm like, yay! It may be because I only have to review Black Ink Crew and Greenleaf today. Because Empire and Star don't come on because of the World Series. Even though I don't know if I'm going to keep reviewing those 2 shows, my views for them are not high enough for it to be worth me to review. So I don't know. Anyway, I want y'all to have a great rest of your evening. I will talk to y'all later. I think I will be live this Friday. I have not made a decision if I'm going to take one Friday off to kind of chill out after work or whatever and do nothing, versus coming home and having talk on a thing for 2 hours with my Jaybirds. So I don't know. If I'm not going to be live, I will announce it beforehand. Anyway, peace and blessings. Yay!
It's like love, and music.